I've been coaching for over a decade now. A lot of it was alongside a full-time job, family, 2 kids, life, everything else. And I've learned a lot along the way. And a lot of it has been learned the hard way. Things that I wish someone had told me a lot earlier as well. So I wanted to share 5 of the biggest lessons that I've learned in over a decade of coaching. And I wanted to share those with you because any one of them could change how you're currently coaching right now, how you're showing up, and how you're running your business. The first lesson is that you are always the first project. And yes, this is my tagline. Recently, I did a lot of work about some rebranding, and that tagline for me just fits so well because it is one of the greatest lessons that I've learned along the way. It's actually how I first started out as well. When I had the realization that if anything in my life was going to change, before I started coaching, I had to change myself. So I had to become my own first project. The funny thing is that I still have to remind myself of that constantly, because most coaches out there will put almost everyone else first before them. They will put their clients, their business, their family, their friends, and others before themselves, before they're looking after themselves. But if you truly want to create a successful business and successful life, then you always have to be the first project. And being the first project means that you're looking after yourself mentally, physically, with your health, your energy, and your fitness. It also means that you're doing everything within your power to keep your business moving forward and moving up. It means focusing on your key tasks and your key priorities, the main ones that really move things forward. And it means that you're putting a lot of energy, a lot of focus into you being the best version of yourself using the resources that you currently have. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. And I know that's a cliche, but it's completely true. Because if you're not the first project, if everyone and everything else is coming before you, your clients can feel it. Your business feels it. Those closest to you will feel it. But when you are the first project, they feel that too. Lesson 2 is that setbacks are inevitable, but recovery is a skill. Life will always have a way of getting in the way, and you can't plan for everything, and you can't control everything. Setbacks come in all shapes and sizes. Maybe it's a high-value client who's just pulled out of a coaching package so that money disappears overnight. Maybe there's been some type of family drama or emergency that requires your immediate attention right now and it takes you away from your business. Maybe you just wake up one day and you just don't want to do it. Your energy's low, you're flat, and you just don't want to get into it. None of that is a sign that you're failing. It's just life, and life popping up as it always does. The question isn't whether a setback will happen or not. The question is how fast and how well you can recover from them. The resilience and your flexibility to be able to maneuver when these setbacks do happen are real business skills. So when you know that setbacks are inevitable and recovery is a skill, you're better prepared for when they actually happen. Lesson 3 is that your clients are not your friends. Or at least they shouldn't be treated like your friends. One day after you've worked with a client, they may turn into a friend. I've had clients who are now friends as well. But when you're serving them, and when I was serving my clients, they weren't my friends. They were my clients. Because your job isn't to let them off the hook. It's not to buy into their story. It's not just to champion them and do nothing else and just make them feel good. That's what friends do. That's what family does. You're not friends or family, you're their coach. And as their coach, it's your job to take them to places that they've never been before inside themselves. It's to ask them questions that they've never been asked or everyone else has been too afraid to ask them. It's to help them find answers that they've never found before or are too afraid to find. It's to make them uncomfortable, to sit in an uncomfortable silence with them as they process, as they find an answer that they're looking for. It's to hold them accountable to their words and their actions. And most importantly, it's your job to not put up with any of their bullshit. Serving your clients powerfully can mean that at some stage, they're not going to like you. In a particular moment, when they've got raw, when they've got real, when you've helped them touch on something that they didn't want to face, they may not like you in that moment. And that's a good thing, because that's your job. That's why you're being paid. That's what you're there for. And if you're really going to be a powerful coach and serve your clients in the deepest and most powerful way, they're not your friends. They're your clients. Lesson 4 is that your value has got nothing to do with what you charge. This is something that I've had to learn the hard way because my value got so tied up in what I charged for a long time. And when I charged more, it felt like I wasn't good enough to be able to charge that much. What you charge is just a made up number, and it always will be. You can charge whatever you like, no matter what size it is. But you can't tie your self-worth to that figure, to that price point. Your value is in your time. Your value is in your experience. Your value is in how much you can actually serve your client and help your client move the needle forward. Your value is in whether or not you can actually help your client, because brutally speaking, that's all your client is ever interested in. They're not interested in your credentials or anything like that. All they want to know is, can you help me? And if you can help your clients and have a consistent track record of helping your clients, your value gets increased. When you undercharge, and I have done a video on this recently, but when you undercharge, it's more of a mindset problem than the actual fee itself. So when you do undercharge, when you give someone a discount to fit their budget, you're actually devaluing yourself. You're devaluing your work. You're devaluing all your experience and everything that's led you there. And even in the eyes of the client, they see less value when they get it for cheaper. Lesson 5, and this is a big one. You already have everything that you need right now to succeed in your business and in yourself. You don't need half the stuff that you've been told that you need. I learned this one really hard because I just bought everything all the time. The platforms, the automations, the systems, the funnels, most of it's just noise. Most of it is stuff that you don't need right now. You have everything that you need right now to build a successful business. Everything. And that everything is you. The moment that you believe that, the pressure starts to drop. And you no longer distract yourself with the next system or the next funnel, the next perfect blueprint or anything like that. You stop spending money on the next shiny thing. You stop investing your energy and your time into getting everything set up. And you start using what you've got. Because what you've got right now is powerful. All you ever need to do is just reach out to people and start having conversations. At the very beginning, at least. All those other systems and things like that, they will come with time, but you don't need everything right now, all at once. You just need you and your ability to be able to serve people powerfully. So before any purchase or any program, any platform that looks kind of cool, just ask yourself, do I actually need this right now? Or is it just something that I want? And the honest answer, for the most part, is going to be, well, I just want it because it looks cool. Resourcefulness beats resources every time. So use what you've got. That's 5 lessons that I've learned, many of them the hard way, over a decade of coaching. These 5 things I keep coming back to. They're not strategies, they're not tactics, they're not ways of thinking. Well, there's a little bit of ways of thinking in there. But I want to know which of those lands or resonates the most with you, or maybe it hits hardest for you. Let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear it. And if this video was valuable to you, I'd ask you to like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but more importantly, hit the notification button just to let the YouTube algorithm know that my videos are coming out, that you like them, and ideally we can reach more people. But thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.